Only, however, the Slaney-siders settled and cut out the supply to the Galway number 14, while also managing to register 5 points themselves, off the boots of Matty Ford, Colm Morris and especially corner forward Kieran Ling, who scored 3 times. Galway led at the break 6 points to 5, but the story could have been worse, only for the outstretched boot of goalkeeper Adrian Faherty, who denied a certain goal. Despite the awful weather, the attendance of 2,330 enjoyed the second half. The teams exchanged points, with Eric Bradley coming through from midfield, making it 7-6 4 minutes into the second half. Galway substitute Cormac Ban was most impressive, with 4 points, all from play. The turning point came in the 53rd minute, when Eric Bradley was adjudged to have been fouled inside the large rectangle. Penalty was the verdict of the referee Jimmy White, but not everyone would agree. Controversial decision aside, Kieran Ling stroked it beautifully past Galway keeper Adrian Faherty to make it now Wexford 1-8 to Galway's 10 points. After 70 minutes, the score was 13 points to Galway 1-9. And just on the stroke of full time, right half back Adrian Flynn came up to score the only point of the match to level it. It was tense, it was exciting, and deep into injury time, 5 minutes were actually played. Corner forward and man of the match Kieran Ling stepped up to score a wonderful point. Galway are out of the championship, Wexford are still in it. Full-time score in Pearse Stadium, Wexford won 11, Galway 13 points.
Delighted, absolutely thrilled, so close all the way through. We gave Galway a few head starts on us, and it really wasn't until the penalty that we managed to get ourselves close enough that we felt that we could have the chance to get a victory.
Disappointed for all Galway people and the people that took me here to manage this team. Galway was a very, very proud county, and certainly we didn't live up to the expectations that is within this county, and it's a disappointment, and that's not taking nothing away from Wexford. You come here and give everything they had and did enough in the end to win.
It's very demoralising, especially for the second week in a row. Like, it's a game we should have won, and we left the other team hanging in there too long, and at the end they took their chances and we didn't take ours, and that ultimately, if you leave a team in it long enough, they could punish you, and Finnerty Wexford, they punished us.
A wet night in Newry meant fancy football was off the agenda, and it was the favourites down who made the more enterprising start, Benny Coulter helping them to a 4 points to 1 lead after 15 minutes. The crowd of just over 4,000 fans was treated to some top quality goalkeeping by Damien Sheridan. Down would have been further ahead, but for some excellent saves from the keeper. All of Longford's scores in the opening half came from Francis McGee-Freeze, while Martin Clark's third point saw Down go in at half-time, leading by 9 points to 3. The second half wasn't long underway when a challenge on Benny Coulter triggered a nasty sideline altercation, with officials from both teams becoming involved. Order was eventually restored, and having consulted his linesman, the referee booked Danny Hughes and Shane Mulligan. Longford were coming more into the game, with their long-serving captain Paul Barden registering this rallying score. Soon after, it was 11 points to 6. But the visitors' momentum was halted when Down were awarded a penalty, much to the fury of the travelling supporters. It was a crucial call by the referee Martin Higgins, and Martin Clark, back from Australia, confidently took his goal to leave it 1-11 to 6 points with 15 minutes left. Despite that crushing blow, Longford displayed admirable character, and shortly after sending over a point, Francis McGee found the net. The gap was now down to 4, Glenn Ryan's team right back in it. Martin Clark put Down 5 up, with 4 points from Francis McGee, and this one from Paul Barden left 3 between them with 3 minutes left, 1-12 to 1-9. In an exciting finish, Clark and McGee swapped points prior to this injury time effort from Down's star performer on the night, Danny Hughes, which ensured that Mourne County advanced with 4 points to spare, as it finished Down 114, Longford 110.
Their goal brought them back in. It looked Longford, after beating Mayo, the tails were up and they came here with a point to prove, and it was a difficult game. Probably the plus for us is that we actually kept the scoreboard ticking in the second half, which we weren't able to do against Tyrone, and that was the difference in the end.
Westmeath exit Championship 2010 on their home patch. 14-man Derry advanced to the next stage of the All-Ireland qualifiers after a 3 points victory at Cusack Park. Former All-Star Desi Dolan helped the home side settle. the Garrycastle clubman slotting over the game's first score. On a greasy surface, there was little to separate the sides in the opening quarter. Mark Lynch, who would kick 3 points in total, kept Derry in touch. James Keelt was on form too. The centre-half forward posed problems for Westmeath's backline. This one of 4 points Keelt would kick during the course of the evening. Michael Ennis, one of the stars of Westmeath's Leinster Championship triumph back in 2004, was pivotal to the home team. The captain put Westmeath ahead on 23 minutes. But Damien Cassidy's charges took control of events after this. Points from Mark Lynch and the industrious Keelt extending Derry's advantage. Westmeath introduced veteran Martin Flanagan for Colin Lynham before half-time, and midfielder David Duffy hit a long-range point just before the break to leave it 8 points to 5 at half-time in favour of Derry. Derry continued to dominate the second half, with Mark Lynch, James Keelt and Raymond Wilkinson tagging on 3 more points to put Derry ahead 11 points to 5 after 9 minutes of play resuming. But the home side were right back in it when Martin Flanagan punched Paul Greville's delivery in off the underside of the crossbar for a lifeline goal on 48 minutes. The Westmeath supporters among the 2,300 in Mullingar very happy now. 18 minutes into the second half, Derry's Joe Diver was sent off after picking up his second yellow card. Owen Bradley sealed the victory for the Ulster side, however, with his second score of the game. It finished Derry 13 points, Westmeath 1-7. The Oakleaf County, even with a man down, keep alive their championship season.
It was great to see a spirit in the team because, you know, there's been suggestions, you know, from certain media sections of the media who think they seem to know what's going on in Derry. And, you know, these things couldn't be further from the truth. You know, the spirit was evident now in the last 15 or 20 minutes. And that came through, and we rid out that pressure, and we got the score to put it 3 in it, and that sealed out the game for us.
Fermanagh came into this match seeking revenge for their defeat to Armagh in the Ulster Final 2 years ago, but they were almost caught napping right from the throw-in when Armagh forward Jimmy Clark latched onto a through ball only to shoot wide. Fermanagh then opened the scoring themselves with a free from the replacement Seamus Quigley, but Armagh soon levelled through the lively Jimmy Clark. Then the Ernsiders almost snatched the lead again, but Ryan Carson's goal-bound shot was well saved by the Armagh keeper Paul Hurty. After this let-off, the Orchardmen took the initiative, and points from Charlie Vernon and 2 from Stevie MacDonald put them 4-1 ahead. Fermanagh stuck to their task though, and points from Quigley brought them close again. In the scrappy final minutes of the first half, MacDonald hit the target twice more to leave Armagh 6-4 ahead at the break. The contest could have been well and truly over in the first minute of the second half when Armagh were awarded a penalty, but MacDonald's shot was brilliantly saved by Ronan Gallagher. Armagh though were always best in a dull enough game, instead 2 or 3 points ahead. Fermanagh did have their chances too, but couldn't find that breakthrough goal. At the end, it was Armagh who qualified for the next round, winning on a final score of Armagh 11 points, Fermanagh 7.
We're just happy to come out on the right side of it. It was exactly probably the way we felt that it would be. You know, when you're a very difficult place to come to here, you know, I don't know why that is, but it's a place for Fermanagh very difficult to beat. You know, they haven't been beaten here since 2003. We probably felt that maybe we could have won the game a bit more comfortably, and I feel we would have done that if we had to put the ball in the back of the net. We had a number of opportunities and they didn't come off today, but we're just happy to have got the result.
All right, let's look back at them. Kevin, Wexford's victory over Galway. Galway might have won it, as Pádraig Joyce said. It was a great win for Wexford.
Oh, yeah, it was a terrific match. I was down at that one, and very lively match from start to finish. But there was a point made yesterday, I think Anthony Toll was making it, that Galway in recent times have just wanted to win all the games they played by just doing enough, not pushing on. And as Pádraig Joyce said there in that clip, that, you know, you hang around, stay around long enough, the opposition gets a break. They got the break with the penalty, and that turned the game.